Hello guys, I'm KSCG, and today I will be reacting to Spongebob vs. Super Friends Aquaman by Death Battle. I'm honestly surprised they decided to have Spongebob in a Death Battle episode. I mean, at first it sounds crazy, but when you think about it, if Death Battle made episodes featuring The Mask, Popeye, and of all characters, Pinkie Pie, it shouldn't be too surprising that they would have SpongeBob, because I think in the episode they'll talk about like how his fighting moves, or like how he's like a powerful character that I guess could be included in the Toon Force concept. But I'm interested to see what it will be offered, and that they've also chosen the Super Friends version of Aquaman. But less talking, more watching. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Nickelodeon's #1 nautical nincompoop.
Aquaman, the thalassic third wheel of the Super Friends. Thalassic means ocean. I looked it up.
The infinite ink-black depths of the seven seas are home to any number of terrifying, awe-inspiring creatures.
They're also home to these two losers. So when it comes to cartoon characters, there's always more hidden beneath the waves. That's right, we're prioritizing the cartoons for maximum Toon Force shenanigans. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle. Here we go.
The year was 1946. The former allies of World War II were engaged in a Cold War between capitalist West and communist East.
The United States changed history forever with the introduction of the atomic bomb, a weapon of unparalleled nuclear devastation.
One of their most popular test spots, the site of 23 separate detonations over the course of 12 years for a total fission yield of 42.2 megatons, was Bikini Atoll in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The results were ecological devastation, and perhaps something more. Deep beneath the atoll, the fauna began to change. They evolved, becoming sentient, forming language, technology, and society. This Bikini Bottom organized
Comment below
into a monarchy
if
under the god
that's
King
canon
Neptune.
within the
It developed
SpongeBob
a free market
universe.
economy and a thriving artistic culture.
Even the simplest underwater creatures became capable of complex thought, including the very first multicellular organism to be categorized as part of the animal kingdom, the sea sponge.
And one sponge in particular, the greatest among them, lives in a pineapple
Under the sea.
Oh!
SpongeBob SquarePants.
No, I wanted to sing this song.
I don't know about greatest. SpongeBob may headline one of the most popular
36?
of all time, but he's a total dork. He's a painfully naive man-child whose only ambition in life is to continue his minimum wage job as a fry cook at the Krusty Krab.
Really sounding like a Squidward there, Wiz. And no one wants to be a Squidward. Sponge Robert might not have the flashiest life, but he's happy. And that's what matters, ain't it?
Not in Death Battle, it doesn't. SpongeBob is routinely physically incapable of even the most basic tasks, almost like anti-Toon Force. He's the biggest wimp in town, like the time he failed to lift a glass of lemonade, or the time a school bully gave him diarrhea, or the time he effortlessly rotated the entire planet.
What?
Oh, we're in for some shit now, aren't we? Despite being a real sea creature, SpongeBob is more like a kitchen sponge.
Oh, I think I remember that episode.
After all, he can stretch and shapeshift his body any way he likes, duplicate himself through asexual reproduction, and absorb immense amounts of liquid. Wouldn't he always be full, though?
From an entire lagoon to, oh god, enough water to replace the moon?
Oh, and for
What?
some reason, he has an insane healing factor. He survived being torn in half, vaporized, having his soul removed from his body, and literally being unraveled out of existence.
Oh.
Okay, I think we're good. We can just end the rundown here.
No. I need to see how deep this rabbit hole goes. Perhaps his most mind-bending ability is his control over bubbles. No, stay with me. This is unbelievable. Like a soapy Green Lantern ring, his bubbles can become anything he wishes, from guided cruise missiles to sentient life and entire bubble societies. That's a pretty
Wow.
similar effect to his magic pencil, which can draw anything he wants into existence.
Frankendoodle.
And erase it from reality just as easily. The pencil was so powerful, SpongeBob sent it back to the surface where it belonged. But in later seasons, he still just has it for some reason.
And finished. I call him Doodle Whiz. Whiz, he's just like you. But
Oh,
I mean,
no.
Pencil.
I'm calling
Erase him,
the
please.
Even the mundane becomes
Okay.
godlike in SpongeBob's yellow hands, like his reef blower, which hoovered up the entirety of Earth's oceans in seconds and then exploded on top of SpongeBob all at once.
It's estimated the entire mass of Earth's oceans is about 1.5 quintillion tons. Considering
Oh.
all the water refilled the planet in about 1 second, that'd be a kinetic energy of over 6,000 Yoda tons.
Wow.
Energy to nuke Jupiter 13 times over. And SpongeBob
Yeah, this is-
was completely unharmed.
His hydrodynamic
This is
spatula
definitely
isn't
like
just an
Popeye
impromptu
levels
blade
shenanigans.
weapon. It's also his primary instrument to create the greatest foodstuff Bikini Bottom has ever seen. The
The
Krabby,
Krabby
A
Patty.
burger so delicious, it's basically magic. Not only is it totally addictive, SpongeBob was romantically attracted to one. It can nullify mind control, heal wounds, and even detonate.
SpongeBob has survived nukes point
Wow.
blank, hugged his best friend Patrick so hard their DNA fused, can
Oh,
ride
there's
on the
comics?
scene transitions, and once cried so hard he flooded Bikini Bottom, even though it's already underwater. Shit, he once grabbed a hold of this mysterious string and unraveled the entire universe. He literally undid the fabric of reality in seconds. What the fuck?
What was that you were saying?
Yeah,
about
I'm with you,
anti-Toon
Wiz.
Force?
Like,
I'm
what
sorry.
the F?
I'm not
This
sure
is
I've
like
ever misjudged the
beyond
character as severely
crazy.
as SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice character arc there, Wiz. Unfortunately for Roberto, the rest of the town only saw the goofy goober on the outside. It took more than one adventure to prove himself to be a real hero.
Oh, yeah.
You think he ever banged that squirrel?
He's crushed Plankton's
Nope.
plans, he won the Battle of Bikini Bottom against an army of killer robots, and even teamed up with fellow Nickelodeon stars Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, and Danny Phantom to save the Nicktoons multiverse.
His
Yep.
biggest weakness is that he's a giant, suicidally naive idiot.
And depending on the humidity of the atmosphere around
Oh.
him, being out of the water can dehydrate and permanently incapacitate him.
Oh, also
Yeah.
seasonal rot. Those first 3 seasons are pure gold, but after that, oh boy. There's this one episode called Squid Baby where Squidward
Oh.
gets brain damaged into a giant baby and shits himself on screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Trials and tribulations and hassle
Yeah.
aside, it wasn't until SpongeBob accepted himself for who he was that he was rewarded with the greatest boon of all. Middle management!
So if nautical nonsense be something you wish, then pray to your yellow porous god for mercy, because his whimsical laughter is the last thing you'll ever hear.
Okay.
Aquaman, king of the 7 seas.
We've
All
covered
right.
Arthur Curry on the show before, and he's actually secretly awesome.
That's right, Boomstick. But
Yeah.
the version we're dealing with today is from the bargain bin cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
Now, you might assume
Super
that means this
Friends.
Aquaman is a total loser, but really, have you watched all those cartoons?
Remember, this is from the era when Superman was sneezing solar systems apart. So, get ready.
Art's origin is basically the same as the Silver Age comics. Tom Curry was a humble lighthouse keeper who decided one day to fuck a fish.
He did not do that. He procreated with Atlanta, an Atlantean from the underwater city of Poseidonus, and from their union, Arthur Curry was born with magnificent aquatic abilities.
And he's the king of Atlantis, too.
Oh, wait, no. It says here that was introduced in the comics later. Here he's just some guy with magnificent aquatic abilities
Oh.
and a giant mutant seahorse that neighs just like a land horse.
This Aquaman comes from a time when everybody who's anybody had their own secret cave with assorted gadgets. He's got an underwater jet ski, a net, octopus.
Well, that's
tank,
not a big
water
arsenal.
pistol, and a portable heat ray to blast right through solid ice. Not exactly
Wow.
mind-blowing, but You know, I'm sure we're ramping up.
We sure are. Aquaman's hybrid human Atlantean biology grants him superhuman strength and the ability to breathe underwater indefinitely and withstand the crushing depths of the ocean floor.
The pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench is 16,000 pounds per square inch. That's like being stepped on by 100 elephants. Which is a lot, I guess.
Aquaman is also an incredible swimmer, able to travel from Florida to Maine in under an hour. That's almost twice the speed of sound. He can create waterfalls and whirlpools out of thin water, and fittingly, water-based attacks are completely ineffective against him. And of course, you can't forget his aquatic telepathy.
He can talk to fish,
Yeah.
and he can even control people's minds and give them seizures, right?
Oh, actually, that second part is also just from the comics. Cartoon Aquaman can talk to fish, which is awesome. His telepathy can reach several miles, summon hundreds of sea creatures at once, and works on anything from microscopic organisms to alien life, as long as it's aquatic alien life, of course.
But he can still mind control them, right?
Kind of. He can free them from mind control and even influence their emotional state to some degree, but besides that, there have been times when sea creatures have just ignored his commands outright.
Wiz, I'm gonna be straight with you. You haven't said anything remotely mind-blowing yet. Does this Aquaman actually suck?
Hold your seahorses. Aquaman's exploits were so world-renowned, he banded together with Earth's mightiest heroes to form a team capable of defending the planet, nay, the universe, from any threat. The Super Friends.
The Super Friends? They're like the dime store knockoff version of the Justice League.
What? No. You've got heavy hitters like Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman.
Keep going.
Flash, Green Lantern. Apache Chief, Samurai, Black Vulcan, the Wonder Twins, and their pet monkey Gleek.
Wiz, stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
No, wait. His best direct strength feat was when he, moved some trash. About 50 metric tons of it.
The jokes write themselves, huh? Fun fact, Aquaman once enrolled in an American college under the name Mr. Waterman. So we're working with a pretty hefty IQ here, huh?
Okay, so he's lame, inarguably completely lame. I was convinced I'd find some crazy, insane Popeye punching out the animator feat somewhere, but no, he sucks. He actually sucks. His best feat is literally garbage.
I'll take over from here, Wiz. Aquaman is a bit of a joke, sure, but he's not completely useless. He's dodged laser beams, defeated a living Titanic by luring it into an iceberg. Seriously, and beaten this water elemental Undyne, who looks like a gorilla for some reason, by summoning seagulls to pelt her with clamshells. He once even outswam this Kryptonian pterodactyl monster, Rokan, who flew from the edge of the galaxy to Earth in about 15 seconds.
Wait, really? Okay, now we're talking. That'd be over 55 billion times the speed of light. And Aquaman's clearly outmatched that. It doesn't matter if it looks lame.
You get one, buddy.
And hey, he could probably kick your ass, person that's watching at home, so that's something.
Well, not if he's on dry land. If he's out of the water for even 1 hour, he dies. Never mind, person watching at home, just hide for a bit, grab some lunch, and then stomp on his corpse.
Yeah, the Aquaman introduced from Death Battle years ago against Namor, that's the better version of Aquaman.
To sacrifice. That's what a hero is to me, and I'd say Aquaman's got as much of that as there are drops of water in the ocean.
He's about to die.
Yeah.
Okay. So from what they've been sharing for both SpongeBob and Super Friends Aquaman, I think SpongeBob is a little more powerful for having that cartoon force abilities, or like Toon Force abilities. So I think SpongeBob might win, but I want to see what happens. Though I'd be surprised if Super Friends Aquaman wins, but let's find out together.
That combatants
all right.
Are set, and we've run the data through all possibility. One possibility.
It's time for Aquaman's funeral!
That's a new one. Huh? Oh, so there's a robot invasion.
Wait a second, you're not Mermaid Man.
The name's Aquaman, evildoer.
Evildoer? I'm a hero.
I saved this city.
My legs.
There's only one real hero here, fiend, and he's a super friend.
You see, sir,
Nope.
I'm a sea sponge, phylum porifera, and you can't just...
Oh.
How about a little karate?
Oh, yeah.
Waterman?
It's Aquaman.
This is just like the Adam West Batman series.
He's a sea creature, and as the king of the seas, he's mine to command.
Well. Oh. Oh.
I wasn't just reaching out to you, Sponge. Let him have it, chums.
Huh? Oh no.
Neptune!
Get a load of
Oh, that's
this,
cool.
Seaman.
Damn it!
Oh no. Oh no.
Need water powers fading. Is there nothing I could do? Amen. I see it now. A multiverse of
Huh?
Aquaman. And out of all of them, I'm the lamest fucking one! I'm a ripoff. A joke. I'm no superhero.
People used to say the same kind of things about me. Goofball, wingnut, knucklehead McSpazatron. But every day, I get back up and say 2 words. I'm
Huh?
ready.
Oh.
May the
Uh-oh,
best
he's got the
hero
pencil. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh.
win. What?
He took off his arm!
The
other side of the universe. Oh no.
I'll be a real superhero.
Oh, nuke baby. So who came out on top?
Don't cry, Sponge. Let's be super.
Oh, he just faded away. Oh shit, man.
Hey-o! What is it with
Okay.
ridiculously OP nautical-themed cartoon characters on this show, Wiz?
This was an incredibly close fight. Gotcha! Obviously, Aquaman didn't have a snowball's chance in hell in defeating this little spongy bastich.
Where do we even start? With his bubbles and magic pencils, SpongeBob could basically do anything he wanted. There was no way Aquaman wouldn't get totally overwhelmed, especially with his much more limited arsenal. I can't think of a more lopsided matchup than someone whose main attack is throwing water against a sentient sea sponge.
Aquaman's only potential option was his telepathy, but as we've covered, it's far less powerful than his comic counterpart. There's no reason to believe SpongeBob wouldn't just ignore Arthur's commands.
Even if it was straight up mind control, SpongeBob's Krabby Patties straight up cancel mind control.
And really, nothing Aquaman had could overcome Bob's utterly broken regeneration.
The little yellow dude has survived being completely disintegrated into dust and even erased from reality. All Aquaman can do is punch kind of hard, and even that's basically useless against Bob's squishy body.
Maybe Aquaman could have found a way to dehydrate SpongeBob enough to keep him permanently incapacitated, like when he and Patrick were trapped in Shell City.
But that would require the fight to take place out of the water, which messes Aquaman up way harder than it does SpongeBob. And it also require the fight doesn't instantly end up with SpongeBob karate chopping Aquaman at 10 zillion times the speed of light, splattering his atoms against Saturn. Cause, yeah, remember when SpongeBob unraveled the universe? Considering the...
No, I'm sorry, I need to do this one. This is fucking insane. Compared to SpongeBob's size, the string's width is about 192 micrometers. We can use that to find the volume of, say, 1 meter of string, and compare that to the volume
Micrometers.
of the entire observable universe. Considering it took SpongeBob about 5 seconds, he would have had to be pulling at 8.2 times 10 to the 78th power times faster than light.
That's as many times faster than light as there are atoms in the universe.
This is the
Okay.
fastest calculable speed feat in our show's history. And it belongs to SpongeBob SquarePants.
But do you think he could take on comic
Damn.
book Aquaman?
Have you been listening to anything I've been saying?
Good point. Because let's not forget,
Of course I didn't forget.
that string feat also destroyed the entire universe. And stuff like that is actually consistent.
SpongeBob is literally aware of the fourth wall and has rewritten the plot of his own story as he's living it. Screw the pencil or the bubbles. He
Wow.
can just will whatever he wants into existence from his imagination. He's a god, a yellow, spongy god of death.
And that's why he beats Goku.
At least Arthur finally got to be a real hero. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
Yeah, sure, whatever, pal. He's dead. Too bad for the King of the Seas. That sure was one sweet victory.
The winner,
Ah.
SpongeBob SquarePants, our god. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be jumping into the next matchup next week. But you can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there and by downloading the battle music linked down below.
Who will it be? What? Well, it's kind of fitting because it's October. All right. So the next one is Jason versus Michael Myers. So that was SpongeBob versus Super Friends Aquaman. This is in terms of like doing math and calculations and like analyzing the characters' feats. I think this is the craziest. I think like at least for SpongeBob, his analysis in the entire franchise is like so insane, and I can definitely see why. I mean, I haven't. It's been so long since I've watched any of the newer episodes or any episode of SpongeBob, but wow, he's literally pulled away the entire universe. That right there is enough to convince you that whoever he's going up against with that feat, it's like, nope. But yeah, that's all I have to say. This was a wacky, both crazy matchup, like Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie and Saitama versus Popeye. But yeah, if you enjoyed this reaction, be sure to comment below on what you thought when you watched this Death Battle episode, as well as leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want me to react to any more Death Battle episodes. Until next time, I'm KSCG. Wash your hands and try not to pollute the ocean.